If God is slow to anger and patient, excuse me, since God is slow to anger, we're always learning. Since God is slow to anger and patient, then why, when man first sinned, was his wrath and punishment so severe and long-lasting?
Time out. Didn't we just have that question a second ago?
We did.
Yeah,
It's a little,
I think
little,
we
little
did.
nuance.
That God's punishment for Adam was so severe. This creature from the dirt defied the everlasting holy God. After that, God had said, "The day that you shall eat of it, you shall surely die." And instead of dying, Thanatos, that day, he lived another day and was clothed in his nakedness by pure grace and had the consequences of a curse applied for quite some time. But the worst curse would come upon the one who seduced him, whose head would be crushed by the seed of the woman. And the punishment was too severe? What's wrong with you people? I'm serious. I mean, this is what's wrong with the Christian church today. We don't know who God is, and we don't know who we are. The question is, why wasn't it infinitely more severe? If we have any understanding of our sin and any understanding of who God is, that's the question, isn't it? I wanted to make sure this one was lively and not boring like the last time we had the Q&A.
What is the minimum amount of gospel truth that must be known and believed in order to be saved?
I'm going to jump in here before Dr. Sproul unleashes his wrath. On the question askers. I think this, one of my little hobbies is studying American evangelicalism, and I think this is one of the Achilles heels of American evangelicalism, a reductionism. And I think it's why we can't talk about active and passive obedience of Christ and imputation and justification. The gospel is clear. I think that's true. The gospel is clear. But this idea of how simple can we make it, how much can we boil it down, this reductionism, I think is ultimately our Achilles heel. We don't need to make something obscure. We need to present it as clearly as it is, but we're talking about thinking about Christ properly, the person of Christ and the work of Christ, and those are crucial doctrines. So I'm a little concerned about that reductionism that I see, especially in American evangelicalism.